What's up, everybody? This is Cyrus Igono with KeysToTheLambo.com. This guide is for clarity, man. It's to get you clear now that people are hearing you. You're marketing yourself. You're getting out there. Now it's time to get to where you're trying to go in the most efficient manner. All right. We're making this video series to help people get to where they're trying to go quickly, to zoom through, not to waste time. All right. So in this part today, we're going to talk about yourself being a product. All right. When the way to talk or to think about yourself is to think about yourself as a created player on a video game, right? You can't think about yourself like, you know, all the time, like your own selfish emotions and such like that. As you're getting big and as you're growing in your career, people are hearing you, people are you know, looking up to you, people are depending on you in multiple ways. You have to look at yourself as a business. When you're creating a player on Madden or FIFA or some video game, you know, you make them the best way that they can. You got to put them through drills, training. They have to evolve. They have to change. So do you. You can't just say this is who I am and this is my viewpoints and I'm never changing. You're not going to be the best that you can be. To refer back to our Lambo success chart, if you're here in the Kia zone and you're driving the Kia and you don't get better and you don't change, you ain't never going to get the BMW, you ain't never going to get the Cadillac, and you for sure is not going to get into the Lambo zone. Because you have to be worth it, and you have to have the planning and execution to get up to the upper right-hand corner. So, if you have self-limiting beliefs, like you don't feel like you deserve it, if you don't have the knowledge of the industry, if you don't have the proper team, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the exposure, these are things that you're never going to get to where you want to go. So you have to think about yourself as a product, okay? And, if you were going to literally buy yourself off of a store, if you look at the chart, if you were to be bought at a store, what would somebody else buy? All right? What store would you be bought at? Okay? For me, in my own one, I would be bought at a duty-free airport shopping store, right? Random, but when you get off the airplane, or if you're flying in between countries, they have these stores that are like, it's almost like a mall in the airport when you land from another country where there's like no taxes or whatever it may be, and you could buy stuff. For me, I kind of see myself like that. I'm a new experience for a lot of people. Now I'm working with musicians or new businesses. They look at what I do as something new. I'm about numbers, I'm about processes. I'm not about, oh, just do this and we'll see what happens, or blah, blah, blah. Nah, man, I'm about clarity. I'm about stepping into a new side of moving and a new side of doing business, being self aware. So that's what I would say about myself. Things from a different culture. Gaining additional knowledge. And if somebody were to buy something like me, they would buy a blood orange Pellegrino. Those are some things that I think that somebody would. That's my brand. My brand is multicultural. It's internet. It's not. It's all these different things. So what would yours be on your chart? What else would somebody buy if they're buying you? Where would they buy you at? Are you Louis Vuitton? Are you Nike? What brands what are you like? Like I said, you have to think about yourself as like a creative player in a video game, all right? Post your real life application at the bottom of the page. Like, what do people think of when, we're talking about this subject? What do you see a lot of other people do? What have you done in your career? Do you think about yourself in a limiting way? Do you think about yourself and your feelings and that's it? Or do you think about yourself as a business, as a product? And then, of course, post in the group if you have any questions or comments. We're doing this, man, because you can't make more time in life. You can't. And the number one thing for musicians is, getting heard. So with Artists Up Next, we're getting you on the radio for free. And with Music Up Next, we are getting you on the radio for 1 year. 1 whole year. And it's super cheap. You spend more on food on lunch today than you can get on the radio for a whole year. We have an amazing distribution deal. We have amazing distribution partners, and we're allowing 200 people to get on radio and get heard for nothing. So, when people are on the radio and they're getting heard, well, what do? That's what this course is about. It's helping people, get exposure and start to gain clarity on that exposure they're getting. And of course, to end it out, we're going to read the quote: "Is the greatest shame of a man is to hear or see what he has thought of for years be expressed and accepted by another man." Don't let somebody else take the spot that you are trying to take in your career. You need to go and get it, and you need to become the greatest version of yourself. So fill out your chart. It's column E. Talk about yourself as a brand. Express yourself as a brand. Fill that in, and we'll talk to you soon.